Hi, my name is Evan Herman, and this is my wife,
Karina.
coming to you live from my spatula microphone. Our entire lives, both as young children and as adults, we had the desire to be in ministry. We felt God's call on our life. I know the moment where I felt like God placed the mantle of evangelism on my life, though I didn't know it in the moment, was we actually had a very traumatic experience when we lost a child. And in that process of that loss, I asked God to show me his love through that period of time. And when I asked God to do that, he gave me a flashback to the moment that I was handing my daughter's body over to the nurse, never to see her or to hold her again. And that pain and that desperation and anxiety just flooded back into me. And I said, God, when I asked to see your love, why is this the image that you've shown me? And I felt like God say, Evan, this is exactly how I feel anytime any of my children live a life without ever knowing my love. And while I'd been called to ministry my entire life, I believe that was the moment God placed the mantle of evangelism onto my life. November 21st of 2020, I felt like God spoke to me, Evan, I want to do a new thing in an old way. I want to bring back tent evangelism across this nation, for it's where my spirit used to dwell and the last great moves of faith happened. I want to start in Tulsa, Oklahoma, because I want to raise up cities of faith across this nation. I want to start around April 15th because I want to audit people's faith. Shortly after God spoke to me that while I was sleeping, I met Kevin and Leslie McNulty. And then 6 months plus later, we had a tent event here in Tulsa around April 15th. What I've known and what God has called us to is to live out his heart by loving others back to life and connecting them to him through salvation. And right now is a time where I believe that God is calling us to put our faith forward and step out and buy our own tent and trailer and equipment to start doing mass evangelism. Currently, we have a ministry called Evangelism Now, and we've been operating for 3 years. And with the small few events that we've done every year, we've seen a big number of people come to the Lord, roughly over 1,000 people, and we've prayed with probably over 4,000 people individually. So God is moving in our ministry, and we're seeing great things happen with the small amount of time that we're putting into it. But now we're stepping further out into faith and wanting to do this more full time. So that's where you come in. We're believing God for our very first tent and our very first trailer and equipment to start tent ministry. So we're looking to raise $14,000 to get our first tent and our first trailer in order to be able to move forward with tent evangelism. And here are a picture of the tent that we're wanting to purchase.
Yeah, we're just so thankful for this opportunity throughout in the last few years, really just to do ministry and reach people for the Lord. And like he said, that's just been our passion our entire life. Here God has provided the opportunities right within the States. And there's just so many people out there right now that are looking for peace in their life and really responsive when we have the prayer booths ministry. So this is just the next step for us to be able to provide more events for more churches and lead to more people knowing the Lord. We're so excited to have this opportunity to purchase a tent. And if you would even just be praying for us, be praying for the lost and be praying for Evan as he does ministry and for our family as well, for our finances in ministering to people as well. So thank you.
Thank you guys so much. Take care.